Hello, good morning. Someone have joined in the class. Hello, Mr. Prasad.
Madam, good morning, madam.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, madam. How are you, madam?
Yeah. We'll wait for a few more minutes until others also join.
Okay, okay, madam.
Um,
Thank
I,
you.
yeah. Hello, Mahabub. Hello, everyone. Can you please use your names for login? Good morning, everyone. Am I audible? Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Audible.
Can someone respond, please? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
Okay. Um, Very good morning to everyone. I'm
Good
going to
morning, ma'am.
teach you performance management for this semester. Have you
Okay.
attended any classes before on this subject?
No, ma'am, no.
Okay. All right.
This is the first time I'm attending.
This is your first class for performance management. All right. So, in this subject, we are going to cover all these topics, which were divided into 5 blocks, which includes 18 units. Let's start with first block, which includes performance management introduction. Here, we
Okay,
are
madam.
going to understand what is performance management, and also we are going to look into the process and the cycle of performance management. And also we
Okay.
are going to look into planning and development. These are the three
Okay.
units which covers in module 1 or block 1. Okay.
Okay, madam.
Please do stop me or ask questions or clarification, whatever, if you need any, if you have any doubts, or if I'm not audible or not, screen is not visible, all these things. Okay.
Okay.
Please be uh, alert. Right.
Okay, madam.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. So let's start with introduction part. Right. Uh,
Okay, madam.
yeah. Oh, just is screen visible?
Yeah. Screen is visible.
Perfect. Uh, just give me a second, please. In this introduction unit or unit 1, we are trying to understand what is performance management. We'll look into some of the definitions and characteristics. Why it is so important for people to learn about performance management, when it started, how it started, and what is the scope and elements of PM. And of course, we are also going to look into how it is going to benefit the organizations and the employees by doing performance management.
Okay, madam.
What are the drivers of performance management and how it can be used in workplace? These are the few
Oh,
topics, introductory topics, which we are going to cover in
performance
first unit.
management.
Okay. Now, let's try to
Okay.
understand what is performance management. So, we all know, you might by now, you all understood what is management. planning, organizing, controlling, all these things. So this is also all about management, but it is particularly related to performance of an employees. It is not only uh, about the performance of an individual employee, it's also about a team performance, also about organization performance. So this performance evaluation can be done, performance management can be done at three levels: individual level, individual level, team level, and at organizational level. Please keep this point in mind before we dive into the subject. So
Okay.
it's all about planning, controlling of human behavior at a workplace. We all know that every one of us are different from each other, very unique, with a different attitudes, with different behaviors, isn't it? So,
Okay.
yeah, depending upon the interest of the individual workers or the employees, the performance of that employee, particular employee differs. Okay. So, this performance management is a concept of approaching these different individuals to get a better performance out of them in a long term. So, we can say it as a strategic approach. It is a continuous approach and continuous ongoing process. It starts from day one, the employee enters into the organization, and it extends till the exit of the employees. So basically, it includes planning, managing the performance, performance appraisal. Of course, appraisal is a very challenging and complex aspect of performance management. And what kind of rewards should be given to the employees based on their performance, and how employees can be developed. Okay, so performance development, performance rewards, appraisal, management, and planning. These are the some of the key aspects which are included in performance management.
Management.
Okay, what it is
Mhm.
exactly? Why people, companies, organizations will do performance management? Why do they do? The ultimate goal of any business is to increase the
Get
profits, right?
profit.
So, enhancement or increasing optimal, getting optimal profits is the motive for any business to any business. So, to attain that, this performance management is used as one of the tools. Okay. Not only that, to deliver better customer service. Okay. Increase the share value of the organization in the market. There must be n number of players in the market in the same line of business. So to get a more share value, to get more clients, more customers, to serve more customers, companies has to deliver a better performance compared to the competitors. So for that, delivering a better performance, better productivity, attain better productivity, companies has to do and use this performance management as a tool. Okay, but what is it for employees? So far, we are talking about for the benefit of the organizations, isn't it? So, what is it for employees? Employees will get an opportunity to have a uh, to have a ability to bargain their compensation and other benefits. When they know their abilities, value, how better they can perform, how productive they are, what are the competencies and skills they have, they can that will help them to have a better bargain in terms of compensation and other benefits when they are working. Okay, so ultimately what we understand from this is performance management is beneficial for both employees as well as the
And
management
individual.
of the organization. So win-win situation, right? So
Okay.
that's why we need to do the performance management in any organization, right? So let's look into some of the definitions given by the scholars, authors. Um, Ultimately, most of them come to a common most of the definitions will point out towards a common aspect. It is all about increasing the effectiveness of organization, increasing the effectiveness of the organization. How they do achieve that? By improving individuals' performance. Each and every employee's performance is looked into and evaluated, and they'll be helped to improve their performance. And ultimately, all these individuals will give a better performance as a team, and ultimately leads to a better performance of the organization. So, performance management is defined as a strategic and integrated approach. Strategic. Why strategic? It is long term. That is why we are saying it is a strategic, integrated approach. Every aspect, everyone involved in the organization is taken into consideration. Okay. So that's why we say it as an integrated approach to increase the effectiveness of the organization by improving the performance of the people who work in them, and by developing the capabilities of the teams and individual contributors. Okay. And the other definition given by Walters, this is also says this, it's a system composed of an orderly series of programs. What is these programs? What are these programs? These are designed to define, measure, and improve organizational performance. It's all about improvement, betterment. Please understand effectiveness of performance of the employees. Cards and Green define performance management as measures and motivates an employee's performance on the job and aims to increase the effectiveness of the company. So if you observe these definitions, it talks about two aspects. One is individual performance or employees' performance, as well as an organization's performance. Okay. Is it clear so far? Have you got a fair idea about what is performance management? It would be
It's a
nice if you
strategic and
guys can
integrated
respond.
approach. Strategic and integrated approach to increase the effectiveness of organizations.
Yeah. Is it clear? I mean, are you able to follow?
Yeah, madam.
Right.
I'm able to follow, and it is very clear.
Right. Thank you. So let's look into the characteristics of performance management, why it is so important. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay,
you
madam.
might get the questions in exam asking for the what it define performance management and elaborate on its characteristics, or write a short notes on importance of performance management. Okay.
Okay. Okay,
Right.
madam.
So what are the characteristics? As I said already, it's a strategic approach,
Approach
means
for
a
long-term
long-term
approach.
approach,
Mm.
long-term approach. What is the objective of this performance management? It's organization development.
From
Organizational development.
profit or
Organization
benefit.
includes everybody
Individual.
in the organization
Yeah.
along with the entity.
Employee.
Okay.
Entity.
Yeah. Employees as well as the business itself, organization itself. Okay.
Okay, madam.
For that, it is important to define the mission and objectives of the organization. What is mission? What you want to achieve, how you want to achieve. Okay. As a
Mm.
business, as an entity, as an organization, what you are aiming at, what kind of profits you are looking at, what kind of service you would like to provide to the customers, and also what kind of brand image you want to create in the market, right? All these aspects has to be clearly defined. So performance management will help to define the vision, mission and objectives of the organization. As I said, employees development as well as organizational development. Development cannot be achieved on a short term. Okay,
Yeah, it is a
step by
strategic
step.
approach, and it can be a
Yeah, step by step.
long-term approach.
Everybody has to work together to achieve this development. through a slow growth or a faster growth, whatever. So slow improvement we can achieve through this performance management. Okay, and by focusing on developmental aspects like coaching, mentoring, counseling, all these are included in performance management, which we are going to discuss in further blocks or further units. Okay, expectations and defined goals. It is very important for employees to know what their managers are expected from them, what the business is, what is the employer expecting from the employee. So clearly defining what are the expectations and goals they need to achieve, help them to achieve those goals in a quick way. Okay, so performance management will help the people to understand and know what has to be achieved, what is expected by them from them. Okay, and it also gives a transparency and fair approach. Okay, so this performance management involves a fair and transparent evaluation process. But when we set the goals, we need to remember goals should be always smart goals. What are smart goals? Smart goals are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time. Okay, so uh, these smart goals will give a clear cut idea of what the employee has to achieve. Okay, and
Achieve.
of course,
Okay, ma'am.
timely feedback. Yes, please. Do you have something to say?
No, ma'am. Continue.
Okay, so uh, feedback. This feedback is one of the key aspects for improvement. Okay, and giving a consistent and what to say, constructive feedback is very very important. That kind of constructive feedback help the people to improve themselves, and it is flexible. The process is very flexible and very adaptable. So these are the some of the characteristics of performance management. Why it is important, as we already discussed, improves, helps in improving uh, organizational efficiency, effective functioning of each and every individual in the organization, and efficiency of organization, and also it links mission and goals. By linking mission and goals, that will help them to achieve those goals easily. It gives a very transparent idea what they need to achieve. Okay, it facilitates evaluation, gives ensures a right kind of rewards and recognition to the better performers. Based on their performance, rewards and recognition can be given. And most importantly, it helps in employee engagement. Employee engagement is one of the key aspects for the better performance. Okay, improves the productivity, and it also brings in organizational change. Is we all know that change is very crucial in any organization. Adopting new technology or adopting new processes, all this will help the organizations to keep themselves updated. We have seen many examples in the history where companies failed because they failed to adopt the new trends in the market. Okay, so that's why performance management is very important for the efficient to build efficient organizations. Okay, so here you might expect two or three questions in these two three topics. If you can observe, there might be a question and asking about definition and meaning of performance management. Okay, they might ask a question on
Okay.
characteristics of performance management, or importance of performance management. So mostly these might be a short answer questions, or these short answer questions might be combined with a, 10 marks questions along with 10 marks questions. Okay. Now let us
Okay,
look
ma'am.
into scope of performance management. What are the areas we can use this performance management? Uh, it includes assessing and improving effectiveness by identifying doing SWOT analysis. What is SWOT analysis? Have you come
Strengths,
across?
weakness, opportunities, and threats.
Very good. So it's a tool to know the strengths and weaknesses and opportunities, threats of any organization
Right.
so that they can improve. So this performance management also helps
Okay.
to identify the strengths and address the weaknesses and to continuously improve the organization, and also helps in informed decisions. Okay. So informed decisions like decisions related to promotions, compensation, resource allocation. All this information can be shared with the concerned people on a regular basis. Then it also helps in communication, better communication, facilitating communication. Communication plays a very key role for success of the business or success of anything actually. Okay. So by creating transparent and collaborative work culture, by facilitating open communication between employees and managers. Okay. And nowadays everybody is focusing more on open door policy. Have you heard about open door policy? Earlier,
No,
the
ma'am.
yeah, earlier in few decades ago, the bosses used to sit in huge cabins, and they never allowed employees who are at lower level of hierarchy to speak to them directly. Okay, that creates a huge gap
Mhm.
between the superiors and the subordinates. Wherein now the leadership have changed. Most of the leaders are changing their style of management. So now they are open to speak to anyone and everyone in the organization. Okay, so any subordinate is welcomed or is allowed to speak to boss at any given time. So this will help them to have a better communication, better understanding. When the better communication and better understanding is there, the performance will be obviously much better. Okay, that is
Better.
called open door policy, right? And this data
Okay, ma'am.
which is collected from performance management. Okay, that will help a lot to take decisions related to training, related to uh, rewards, related to benefits, other benefits, related to promotions, what related to no all aspects of performance. This data can be used. Okay, and by looking into performance metrics, we can that helps, these metrics will help the managers to take a informed decisions. And continuous improvement is essential in any organization. Okay, creating a culture of learning. In some organization, learning culture is very predominant. Everybody helps everyone, and everybody learns from each other. And the learning culture is very predominant in some of the organization. That will enhance the performance of the organization. Aligning individual objectives with organizational goals, this is crucial. Say if employees individual goals are different from organizational goals, both of them will be at loss. Okay, unless these two are aligned, that means both employees' goals and organizational goals are same, they will never go uh, achieve. They will not be able to achieve what they are supposed to. Okay, so aligning these two individual goals as well as organizational goals is important. And here, PM performance management will help them to align this. Giving feedback, providing feedback helps employees to understand what are the areas they need improvement, uh, self correction and growth opportunities. All this will be evident and clear with by giving feedback. Okay, then validating the employee selection process. The first and foremost thing, how our company's selection process is. Okay, are we able to, organizations are able to identify the right people for their organization? Or is selection process in that particular company is good to identify the right people for the organization? It is important to hire right people right at a right time. Okay, and training need identification. This is very important. Even experienced people needs training when they change organizations. So, or when they change the roles, when they take up more senior roles, bigger roles in the hierarchy, they do need a training. So, this performance management will help them to identify training needs. Determining employee rewards and benefits. Okay. Involves behavioral modification to achieve desired outcomes. Behavioral modification. There is a saying, we cannot achieve with what we are doing right now. We cannot achieve better things with the same kind of things what we are doing right now. If we want to achieve better things, we need to do something better. Okay. So as saying goes, behavioral modification is very crucial. Okay. So there might be a question asking about elaborate on scope of performance management. You can talk about these 10, 11 points in the exam. And it depending upon number of marks allocated, you can choose number of points. Okay. Then what are the key elements of performance management? So reward, compensation, manager reviews. So far we know about managers reviewing their subordinates, but there is different style here. Okay, manager reviews, employees also review managers. Okay, what are the aspects employees review on managers? What kind of leadership the style they are using? What kind of influence they are showing on the team members? How cooperative they are? How supportive they are? What kind of feedback they are giving? All these can be assessed by the subordinates. So managers will also be assessed. Okay. Development and improvement. As we said, uh, continuous improvement is crucial. Succession plan. What is succession plan? Any idea? Succession plan. You guys are there? Not audible. Am I not audible? Am I audible?
Audible, madam.
Someone message saying I'm not audible.
Audible, madam.
Okay, okay. So what is succession plan? See, recently
Planning goals.
Mr. Tata passed away, right? Who is going to
Okay,
take
madam.
his place? That was a big question in the minds of everybody, isn't it? So he might plan somebody to replace him. in different
So,
roles in the organization, in different companies, within the conglomerate of Tata Group. There are some number of companies which might be managed by different people after Mr. Tata have gone, isn't it? That is, that might be planned in advance, and the people might be got trained to take up that roles. So that plan is called succession plan. So when a key person leaves an organization or get transfer or get promoted or leaves the organization, or in some cases when they passed away, that place has to be filled by someone else. So who is going to fill that place, right? That is the question. So planning to planning or training someone to fill that role is called as a succession plan. So here, uh, w- one of the key elements, key components of performance management includes succession plan. Monitoring, continuous monitoring will help improvement and setting goals and continuous and ongoing feedback and outcome management. These are the key elements or key components of the performance management. So here also there might be a question asking for elaborate on key components of or key elements of performance management. You can talk about all these 8 points, uh, and you can elaborate on each of these aspects. Okay. And why? What are the benefits? Benefits of performance management. It creates transparency. It creates transparency. What is transparency? Some not, nothing to hide from anyone. Okay. Uh, that will give employees a kind of uh, trust. Okay. Yes. Huh. So usually performance management includes 360 degrees appraisal technique is used. So which includes 360 degrees performance appraisal method. Okay, this we are going to discuss about this method in detail in coming sessions. But as of now, you remember one thing, that it's one of the method or a technique used to evaluate a performance of an employee. Why 360 degrees? Because this method or a technique involves taking feedback from all the people associated with that particular employee. Say, for example, if an employee is in middle management, okay, middle management, this employee is evaluated by his subordinates, his superior, means his boss or supervisor, and also his subordinates also will evaluate, and two people over. Then the third level, a third aspect, his peers, or peers in the sense like his colleagues, also evaluate his performance. And sometimes customers also will evaluate. Okay. It means that one individual's performance is evaluated by all the people who are associated with that person. Okay, that's why it is called as 360-degree evaluation, like superior, subordinate, peers, and self-evaluation also. Okay, with this kind of evaluation method, there won't be scope for exploitation. No one can show some kind of bias in evaluating the performance. So it creates a kind of transparency in the process of evaluation. Second one is it motivates employees. How it is going to motivate employees? So when an employee is evaluated for or evaluated for appraisal. Okay, and they get benefit out of it. How? They get a reward, they might get a promotion, they might get a better role, better performance, and recognition. Okay, recognition and rewards can be monetary rewards or non-monetary rewards. Okay, all these will make the employee to boost the emotions or boost their efficiency. They feel good about the work what they are doing, and when the employee feels good about what they are doing, and that is recognized by others, definitely that will enhance their uh, performance, and they can deliver more and more because they are getting encouraged by the organization and the people in the organization, and they become more committed to the organization, more loyal to the organization by delivering higher degree of productivity. Okay, so to motivate the employees, this performance management is one of the tools. Not only that, it creates a healthy work environment. We all know that every organization has its own work culture, isn't it? So, uh, understanding the culture of the particular organization, and understanding the what they are good at, understanding what they need to improve, or what are the gaps they have, that will help them to learn more and more and enhance their skills and knowledge. So, this gives a scope for employees to learn and more and more. This learning can be from various ways and means. They can learn from their peers, or from their boss, or from their team members. Okay, maybe they can learn from each other. Okay, this creates a wonderful work environment, uh, and this will help them to have a trust, cooperation, and openness among the team members, and the spirit will enhance by creating a healthy work environment. So that's how indirectly performance management will help to create this kind of healthy work environment. And also it creates or facilitate career promotion. So it is always a dream for every employee to reach the reach different positions in the hierarchy. They don't want to be in the same position. They want to grow, right? So uh, this is one way where they can achieve their promotions, or reach top positions in the hierarchy. Okay, performance management will help them uh, to to reach their promotions, or to reach their goals, career growth roles, career roles faster. Okay, and by creating advancement in a work environment. Okay, so they can plan their career appropriately and work towards this plan, and identify their opportunities for the growth, and can uh, uh, achieve their goals by investing in their skills, and investing in their competencies. Okay, then optimizing productivity. All this is all about improving the productivity of the organization, individuals. Okay, analyzing and identifying the mistakes between what they are supposed to achieve, or what is expected from the employee, that is desired performance and actual performance. Identifying this gap and working towards that gap is very important. That PM will help them to attain this. Okay. and promotes individual and organizational development. As we discussed earlier, it will, with the help of feedback, continuous feedback and continuous constant feedback and constructive feedback, the employees can enhance their performance, in turn enhances team performance and organizational performance. By achieving this, they also can achieve more productivity, customer satisfaction, and leads to employee retainment. So these are the some of the key aspects, key benefits of performance management. But if you will come across few more points, you are most welcome to add to that list when you're preparing for your exam. Okay.
Okay, madam.
Shall we move on to the next topic?
Okay, madam.
Next topic is drivers of high performance. How to achieve high performance? Nowadays, every company, every organization want high performance teams, HPTs. Okay, high performance teams. How to achieve this? How to optimize the performance? Okay, there are few aspects we need to look into to achieve high performance. Okay, let's look at communication. How it is going to help the organization to achieve a high performance out of the teams. Okay. We all know communication between superiors and employees, our supervisors and employees, our managers and subordinates is one of the key aspects of success. Usually it happens between, once in a year, once, twice in a year, only during the performance appraisal. But that is not the right way to communicate with the people within the organization. Okay. If your organization want to accomplish their objectives, continuous communication should be there. A communication process should be very, very clear and ensure the flow of information without any hindrances. Okay. Uh, and for that, we need to set a specific goals to communicate properly and timely communication. This will help them to give a proper feedback to the employees so that there is no point in giving a feedback at the end of the year saying that employee performance is not up to the mark. It is important to tell an employees that about their performance from time to time so that they can immediately correct their performance. Okay. Leadership, uh, of course, the style of leadership plays a very crucial role in establishing a wonderful work culture or establishing positive work culture. Okay. When work culture is good, when leaders are good, when boss is good, that uh, creates a healthy environment. Okay. And also it inspires team members on achieving their goals and objectives. Okay. So the when we have a efficient leader, followers are automatically communicate with them and they dedicate all their time and efforts to achieve the goals. Okay. So nowadays organizations are very, very concerned about this aspect of having a high performance leaders and having a good leadership for continuous and efficient productivity. Okay. Next is culture and value. Organizations' culture and values are also very important in uh, achieving higher productivity. Okay, so culture is the one thing which drives the people towards being a loyal to the organization. So it is important to have a good culture, work culture. Otherwise, it damages the company's reputation in the market. We have seen many examples in the current market scenario where Recently, Walmart also, employees of Walmart, despite of multinational organization retail outlets, um, Walmart started getting criticism from their own employees because they were not given breaks during their work hours. Employees were asked to work long, long hours, especially that, you know, lowest level of employees in the hierarchy. They were not treated well. Without breaks, they need to work for continuous long hours. So, some cases were also filed against the management of this Walmart. So this kind of behavior will spoil the reputation of the organization, and creates a damaging uh, image. So it is important to have a good reputation by creating a healthy and giving uh, more value to the ethical principles of and following them. Okay. Employee retention, which makes very important. Why Tata Group? Everybody loves to work with the Tata Group. I'm going to take one, 2 more minutes. Please bear with me. I think we are almost out of time. Why everybody want to work with Tata Group? Any guess?
Good
Any?
salary,
Sorry? Can you be little louder, please? Why Tata Group is so admired employer? Everyone like to work in a Tata Group.
a product is quality and madam,
Okay. They
product is
produce
quality
quality products. Okay.
and good salary
Good
and
salary. Yes.
good promotionships and
Promotions are good. Okay.
health insurances are provided. Family health insurances,
So
health
benefits, all the benefits are good,
all benefits
attractive.
are good,
Yes.
attractive, and transportation also
Huh.
give to company
Yes.
employee
Facilities.
services facilities.
Huh.
A
Health
good
benefits,
health
transportation
benefits
facility. Okay.
and uh,
One
climate.
more, one point I want to hear from you all.
Okay, madam.
Do they get layouts? Do they do layout? Do they do they sack the employees? Do they ask them to leave the employees from the organization? No.
Oh,
Okay. So if you get into the Tata Group uh, as an employee in any of the Tata Group companies, the retention rate, employee retention rate is very, very high. That means once an employee joins with the organization, they'll be with them unless the employee want to leave. Okay. They don't ask employees to leave the uh, organization. So employee retention is very, very high in Tata Group. That is one of the important aspect drivers of success for the organizations. So they feel secured about their job. They don't feel that when we are asked to leave అని they never feel that అమ్మో నన్ను ఎప్పుడు జాబ్ లోంచి తీసేస్తారు అని అట్లా they never feel so. They feel secured. When the employee feels secure, they give a better performance. Okay. Employee engagement is one of the aspects which drives high performance. Okay. So these are the some of the drivers which makes employees to deliver a high performance. So question might be on this, asking for what are the drivers of high performance. Okay. So shall we stop here? I think you have another class at Nerve.
okay, madam.
I request all of you to join on time tomorrow by 10:30 so that we
Okay.
can cover more topics. All right.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. See you in the next class tomorrow.
Okay.
Stop sharing.